PF factionalism escalating to very, very dangerous levels, especially between two warring factions in ZANU PF. That is the faction of Mnangagwa, as well as also the faction of retired General Chiwenga. And this happens as ZANU PF approaches its annual conference, scheduled in just a few weeks. I think it starts from the 13th of October up to the 18th of October, with intense fighting and also dual communications that do not indicate a united ZANU PF. A lot of people are worried that things could turn chaotic just before or even after the conference. The fight is between Mnangagwa as well as Chiwenga, and a lot of people in Zimbabwe are seemingly backing retired General Chiwenga because he stands to protect especially the heart of Zimbabwe, that is the constitution of Zimbabwe. Now the question is, going into this conference, is ZANU PF going to survive? I will be taking you through incidences that highly substantiate that things politically as we speak between the Mnangagwa faction as well as the retired General Chiwenga faction does not indicate a point of return. Greetings and welcome once again on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, the fight for Chiwenga, it is against constitution. It is against Emmerson Mnangagwa's 2030 mantra. He is speaking about good governance. He is speaking about transparency, and also is speaking about strict adherence to the Zimbabwean constitution. It's almost the similar language that he spoke about in his press briefing leading to the coup of 2017, when they were demanding Zimbabwe to actually backtrack to constitutionalism and vowing to actually defend and protect the constitution as well as the territorial integrity of Zimbabwe, indicating that that was actually the heartbeat of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. So now, what Mnangagwa has done, we have watched that he has actually reshuffled some of the members of the Politburo, and the strategy is not to strengthen ZANU PF, but the strategy is actually to strengthen his grip in power. Those who have been reshuffled, for example, Opet Mpofu, were believed in the mind of Emmerson Mnangagwa to be fighting on the corner of retired General Chiwenga. Those who were promoted, like your Jacob Mdenda, who has been doing a lot of dirty work, especially for the Emmerson Mnangagwa faction, are actually believed to be trustworthy lieutenants of Emmerson Mnangagwa. So, retired General Chiwenga has consistently vowed that corruption would never be tolerated, going as far as demanding those who are actually orchestrating corruption in Zimbabwe to be held liable and to face legal, just to face the justice system and account for the crimes they have committed, especially against the people of Zimbabwe. So, to Mnangagwa, it's quite clear he is defending the Zwiganandas. His faction has advanced through Themba Mliso and Barakashi, who are busy actually promoting the Emmerson Mnangagwa. Been advancing is that there is nothing corrupt about the existence of Zwikanandas. They have existed as far back as Robert Gabriel Mugabe's tenure, and they perceive the fight that is used by retired General Chiwenga as a political ploy to gain political power and muscle. This is what has been actually advanced, especially by Themba Mliso. But we know, I think, even for the people of Zimbabwe, I must say they are tired of the corruption that is spearheaded by Emmerson Mnangagwa. That is why you see them with no option but deciding to actually support the faction of retired General Chiwenga, because they see and perceive him as an individual who has the capacity and the know-how to actually tackle Emmerson Mnangagwa, so that continuous harm does not become the order of the day. Yesterday, I mean, in the middle of yesterday, there was a leak that Mnangagwa was planning, following a secret meeting that was done by Zwikanandas, was planning to do a cabinet reshuffle, and we mentioned individuals that were facing an axe, especially from the cabinet of Emmerson Mnangagwa, the likes of Anselam Senyato to be replaced by individuals such as Themba Mliso, the likes of Opam Chinguri to be replaced by Chris Mutswangwa, the likes there are about 4 or to 5 ministries that Emerson Chakaire's Ministry of Youth was also targeted to be actually dealt with, to try. This is a desperate effort to try and get rid or weed out of the cabinet those ZANU PF members that are seemingly on the side of retired General Chiwenga. Now, the mind-boggling question is, going into the ZANU PF conference, we've had 2 diverse actual purposes. To Blessed Geza, who is also fronting retired General Chiwenga faction, has vowed that during the ZANU PF conference, they would be actually asking those who have been insulting retired General Chiwenga to explain themselves. Blessed Geza saying they would be busy equally mobilizing for the ZANU PF conference, and their supporters would be demanding answers from those who have been actually insulting as well as politically denigrating retired General Chiwenga. I think he mentioned that lady who is leading the Women for ED, which has been actually instrumental in terms of, that is Tatenda Mabetera, as well as also the likes. There are numerous ZANU PF officials. Daniel Gawe have been named that they would be asked to explain themselves as to, I think the list has actually increased of a number of people who have actually disrespected retired General Chiwenga. So to Mnangagwa, they are actually going there to cement 2030, and Blessed Geza said this conference will actually bury the 2030 mantra. So we've got 2 groups, the one which is led by the current sitting president in Zimbabwe, saying going with a diverse plan that is in contrary with the plan of the other group. The other one wants to continue with 2030 mantra. The other one wants to entrench corruption. The other group is opposed to corruption. It is also equally opposed to actually further tampering with the constitution of Zimbabwe. Just imagine putting these people under one roof. I think they would be explosives in Mutare. And I must say that it is quite clear that at the moment relations between Chiwenga as well as Emmerson Mnangagwa have fundamentally soured. These individuals, they don't see eye to eye these days. I must attest to you the scheming as well as plotting and further plotting and scheming is actually taking place at the moment as we are talking for both camps. And one wonders what kind of a conference would be actually done by these two individuals. We know that the last Politburo meeting as well as the Central Committee meeting, they were actually disturbed because at the center of it, retired General Chiwenga brought the issues of 2030. He brought also the issues of actually the corrupt Zukanandas and the corruption as well as arrest of these individuals. And that is why you have seen, instead of ZANU PF going into conference focusing much on the conference, now ZANU PF is trying to focus on the deeply entrenched internal dynamics. We've never experienced this since the lifetime of ZANU PF. If there was succession, it was done secretly. Most of the people will realize it towards the end. I think also this speaks volumes to the kind of leadership that is provided by Emmerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa himself. Zimbabwe is where it is at the moment because of Emmerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa. And it may not be different from what ZANU PF it is. The chaos that you see in ZANU PF, it is typical of the experiences that we are experiencing as a result of Mnangagwa's administration. You would not tell whether it's going east, south, or west. It has four heads. The other head is pulling the other side. The other head is pulling the. You can't know where exactly the country is going. Since 17, it has been stagnant in one place. And I hope this through internal dynamics can actually come to an end, and a lot of people definitely will be pinning their hopes to see the faction of retired General Chiwenga emerging. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Do remember also to support my album, which is available on all digital platforms, entitled Uthando Lwakhe by yours truly, Hloniphani Ncube. There is a promotion video also on this channel. Oka Ncube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and